Hey, Danny and Mike listeners, before we get to the episode today, I wanted to ask a favor. Our new network, The Last Podcast Network, is doing a survey which will in turn improve the content that you hear. It only takes a minute, it's all confidential, and it's just some questions about your listening habits. You can find the link in our description of this very episode.
Welcome to another episode of The Adventures of Danny and Mike, wherein the fellas discuss Ja Rule, college radio, and train conductor comedians. All this and special guest Johnny Pemberton. Now play the music, Johnny.
Chow, clack, clack.
I used to like carry a snare drum around with me just to test that. It's just like tat, tat,
Tat, tat.
tat.
Rim
tat.
shot.
Yeah, exactly. Go in all the corners of the room.
Got a good dead room here. It's good. It's tight.
What, is it dead enough to go live to tape? I see what I did there?
Yeah. It's almost that dead.
Yeah. Because that takes some doing.
That's a real dead room.
We got a good crowd here.
A very
right.
dead room.
Super dead.
Yeah.
We got an invitation-only crowd here at Seltzer
Really?
King Studios for one of our first live.
As dead as feral audio.
Oh,
That's right.
Let's do it.
I definitely want to,
Let's get into it.
All right, well, let's start the episode. Welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Danny Tamborelli.
Hello.
To his right, Mr. Michael C. Moroni.
That's not how you start an episode.
We just did. And our guest for the entire hour, Mr. Johnny Pemberton.
Yeah, it's me.
You may know him from so many things. I've
Jason,
been
the
a fan.
catalog.
Oh,
No,
it's
that's
J.C.
not him.
Penney?
Jason, just Jason.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
guy.
You never seen
You were in
thought you
Friday the
Jason
13th?
catalog?
like the holistic products. Jason, you're like a spokesperson.
Yeah, I work for Jason. Oh, that's a different Jason, actually.
With
That's
the- with
that's Yason. That's the J.
Ooh.
It's a
Is that
soft
true?
J. Yeah.
I
What
didn't know
it-
it was.
You know that? Yeah.
I had no
You say-
idea.
every time I said Jason, someone looks at me like I'm an idiot.
Someone
When
in
I
a
say
health food
Yasin,
store.
They're like, "Oh yeah, we understand what you're doing."
Who the hell is... I've never said Jason out loud.
And then
The soap.
who thinks to protect the brand by further saying yes?
I'm sorry it's Jason. I'm sorry it's whatever the fuck I want to say,
That's
actually.
right.
Yeah,
You sound
exactly.
like you're a French Canadian. I'm trying to pronounce
Yason.
like this.
I
Is
think it's the
Quebec,
it's the
not
mustache.
Quebec.
Yeah. I'm a Quebecois.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
are you Quebecois?
No.
No. Oh,
No, I'm not.
sneaky.
You're
Very sneaky.
you're Minnesotian. How do you
That's where I grew up, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a Minnesotan.
Minnesotan?
Yeah, I'm Minnesotan.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
have-
you really walked into that one, Ohio guy.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
we do you have a stake in the Green Bay Packers or anything?
I got no stake in
Okay.
any,
The Green
any
Bay
team.
Packers is
I feel
not
like a
not-
lot-
that's
That's Ohio.
Wisconsin.
That's
Wisconsin.
Right, and we
They
hate
have
the Green Bay
another thing.
Packers
It's
there.
called the Minnesota Vikings.
Vikings. That's
They
what I
suck,
meant.
and they
I
also
can't-
suck ass.
They do suck. They suck in the most consistently disappointing way. I don't even like football, but it's the kind of thing where you absorb the feelings of those who have been disappointed perennial by the Vikings.
So now
So
that
you just
the
automatically feel
the
it.
color
Yeah.
purple produces like depression in some
Yeah.
people.
Even if you read the book,
Ooh.
oh,
Probably if you read the book, because it's kind of
it's
sad.
very
It's
sad. Yeah.
Very sad.
she's saying you make it worse.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a
So it's not
Viking,
really
if you're
even-
a Vikings fan who's
Yeah.
reading the book, The Color Purple,
Right.
you're you're very sad.
It's probably one of those fan blogs that's just like, oh, and another bad move.
Another bad move by Dennis Jason, the big Dennis Jason,
Jason.
See,
the backup
Yasin.
quarterback.
every time you see Jason now, you're gonna think about the soft
I am.
J.
I'm never gonna say Jason again. Even if I meet someone named Jason, I'm like, actually, your name is Jason.
I did.
Actually.
I did a tribute. I did a tribute to the Friday the 13th movies called The Soft J.
Oh.
That's what you just said. You said the soft J. That's
Soft J.
very weird.
Jason.
You know, instead of jamming, it's yamming. But that
Yamming.
also works.
I legitimately did think that Ja Rule was Ya Rule. This was probably about 15, 20 years ago. I thought his name was Ya Rule, and he was a motivational rapper. Like, hey, man, you rule.
That's his
You rule,
catchphrase.
man.
He's
Yeah,
missing
rule.
a very
thought he
lucrative
was.
market right there. Yeah.
And then he did that, shady thing with the kids buying the VIP tickets to the
I
island.
don't know
You talk about
about this.
Firefest. You talk about Firefest.
Yeah, wasn't Ya Rule a part of that?
I have no idea.
He was like the head of a
The
some VIP like
All right.
exclusive island festival that they basically scammed a bunch of people out of money.
But they scam people who probably deserve to get scammed,
Well,
right?
that's sort of the gray area. I was kind of like, well, these are the assholes that wanted to spend all this money.
It's like Bernie
You
Madoff.
deserve to eat it. Yeah.
Ooh, but that's why
Well-
the Mets keep sucking.
Well, we
Because
don't
of
have to-
Madoff?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
He's an excuse,
Oh,
Yeah, he
wow.
was in it.
What
Yeah,
a convenient excuse.
right? He
Bernie
just keeps
Madoff
sucking.
took his money.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The Wilpons, who have a lot of money. I mean, look, if you were giving out money, I would have gladly taken some.
Anybody
were giving
who
out-
has that much money and gives it to a guy who's going to make you more knows that he's doing it in a way that's not legal.
Okay.
Everyone.
All right.
Everyone who gave him Bernie Madoff money, they knew.
They
They
must.
didn't
just-
know. They're like,
Just think about the savings account interest rates. It's 0.01%,
Right.
guys. It's like crazy. So if you're going to get like 10, 15% back on your investment in
someone's
3
getting
weeks,
killed.
something's happening.
Yeah, something illegal.
Very illicit.
But can you blame the Mets' disappointing seasons on that? Is it because they couldn't
As
afford
many as I
players?
can.
Well,
'Cause- sorry, I mean,
I don't
do you
know.
support? You watch baseball?
I don't.
You don't
I
do
watch
Dude, he
sports
owns the
talk.
Packers. What are you
I-
talking about? He doesn't watch
yeah, we
baseball.
don't have time for baseball. When you own the Packers, it's a full-time thing. Even the off-season is busy.
cheese.
60
Yeah.
hours a day. Cheese hats.
Yep,
Brett Favre, we got to
Yeah.
deal with him.
he's a son of a bitch.
Beans,
Yeah,
fending off the salvos from neighboring Minnesotans.
gosh. Oh boy.
you know, I lived in Minnesota for
Really?
4 months.
Why?
I did a movie there called The Mighty Ducks.
4 months. That's a long time.
Yeah. It's the winter of 92.
Yeah, why didn't they
Yeah.
call the
It was
movie
a
4
very,
months?
it was a very snowy winter. I experienced the most snow I'd ever seen in
I'm
my
trying to
life.
think
at that point
when
in
that-
my life.
Okay, 92. That would be.
It was the
Oh.
year that the Redskins went to the Super Bowl at
Okay.
the the Super Bowl was in Minneapolis.
Again, not a
Yeah,
timeline for
The
me.
Minneapolis?
not a time. Look, I'm just at the end of this podcast. We're gonna make you a football fan.
I'm a sports guy now.
Yeah.
We don't have to go there.
We can. I just would be like, oh, where'd you guys go?
It just snowed a whole lot. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I've never seen snow like that. Like we were on like the 3rd floor, and I felt like I could have jumped off
You
the
could have.
balcony and into the snow and been totally fine.
As long as there wasn't like a fence underneath that.
Mhm, yeah, and it was high enough that you really couldn't tell what was underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call those snowman killings in
Really?
Yeah, in the north because it happens so often.
They do?
Yeah, people jump and then they get it punctured on
Oh.
iron. You talk about
God.
those pointy iron fences, right?
Yeah, I guess
Could
it
be any
anything
sort
that's
of thing
hard.
that protrudes out.
we're talking about getting impaled on a pointy iron fence. I know,
Suicide
I know
Girl
we are.
style, right? That was the.
Johnny did it.
Oh,
I just turned off my mic.
No.
Cool.
all that
That's all
sports
right.
talk.
You're allowed
Fuck
to
this.
hear that. Fuck sports.
I'm going mute.
It's a classic sports talk moment there.
Yeah.
Take yourself out of the conversation.
Yep.
I also learned that the Mississippi River is in Minneapolis, but it's only about 2 feet long
Is
Well,
it?
or wide.
It's actually
definitely
it's pretty
longer
big
than
there.
that.
It's pretty big there.
Was it still big? I remember it being very small.
Well, it's smaller than it is like in Louisiana, but it's definitely it's a big old river up there. Just not as big.
Well, my 9-year-old self clearly remembers it being very small.
A trickle.
In fact, and I lived in the Riverside Apartments,
Ooh,
which were behind.
that's
They were
nice.
they were
Actual
bungalows.
river.
That's how small the river was. They were just bungalows.
Yeah, I think I just assumed,
Yeah.
Huck Finn style
That
Mississippi
was-
the whole way.
Yeah, I mean it's I don't know what to say. I got nothing to tell you about rivers right
Okay,
now.
well, I'm just trying to catch the local flavor, perhaps.
Big.
I mean, I'm not from Minneapolis, so
Oh, I thought Minneapolis was the only city, and St. Paul were the only 2 cities
Yeah.
in Minnesota.
they pretty much are. But there's also Rochester.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought
Just like-
Rochester, New York was the thing.
Yeah, it is.
yeah. They're all. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
got a
also
double.
If you
Oh,
want to.
Duluth, I have heard of.
Duluth?
Yeah, the
That's-
trading company.
that's
Yeah.
up against Wisconsin.
That's up against the Lake Superior.
There's a lot of go back and forth between.
It's by
I'm not going to
Wisconsin.
bring up football again. I keep bringing up football, sir.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. Minnesota. Every time I hear
Jeremy's from
Minnesota,
Ohio.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Yep. Yep.
That's where you've got like everything meets in Ohio.
The heart of it all.
The heart of it all.
They do have a lot of
Yeah.
meat in
Yeah.
Ohio.
You got a lot of hillbillies there too.
Burgers.
Several. Yeah.
Several hillbillies.
Several
There's a lot of
hillbillies.
hollers.
Yeah. It's a fun place to visit, which I'm
Mm.
sure you'll say that it's
Landfill?
about,
A lot of landfills.
there's some landfills. Yeah.
Just
You
checking.
got to have them.
Yeah. Where are you going to put the land?
The land.
In the Phil.
where
Yeah,
it is.
fill it up.
Leave it where it is.
You know, one thing I did want to bring up, and this is not about sports and not about Minnesota. is Feral Audio. I don't. Is that something you would want to talk about, or because we're all
Sure.
Feral Audio alum?
It's not very. I'm still.
I never
kinda there.
graduated. I never graduated.
Yeah.
We didn't.
No.
You've moved to the Starburns.
Yeah, live to tape. My podcast
Still,
is at Starburns Audio, which is
Awesome.
essentially Feral Audio. It's
Right.
just the name has been changed, and some of the people remain the same.
To protect the innocent.
Right.
Yeah. It was a weird thing because we were on it for 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
something like that, and then it was a weird day, New Year's Eve, or
Hey, at least we shot in that studio one time.
that's right. And you're
In the
studio
castle?
you're recording probably, yeah.
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 The castle. You get in the castle.
Yeah,
Well,
we
we
were
did
in the
it-
castle a couple
Oh, okay.
times,
Yeah.
right?
We did a live show at the castle, and then the studio. I think was where you do yours. Is we did
True.
we did an episode with
The Kurt and
the Kurt where he tasted
oh
the
yeah,
seltzer.
that's right.
Really?
Wow, bringing it all back.
Kurt who?
Brown.
Kurt Brownholler. What do you think about it? Did he like it?
He was
You're gonna
above
have
the
to
moon.
He
check
didn't say that it tasted like makeup like you did, but he was intrigued.
It tastes kind of like something you're not supposed to eat, but want to. Like
Yeah.
shampoo.
Right.
Like herbal
Or
essence
Tide
is
Pods, yeah.
shampoo. I want to eat it,
Right.
but I
You
can't
do?
eat it because
is that real? Can you? Are we being honest?
whereas Yasin, he just wants to
appetizing
spread
in
on
a-
his
in a-
body.
in a way that you can't explain.
Back in the day when that shit came out, I was like, oh, this smells amazing. I want to eat this. It smells like jelly. It smells like something you put on toast. It's like apple, cranberry, pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells amazing.
I was that way with
It's
Zest
food.
soap.
Well, that's different.
Well, is it because
You wanted to eat the
Is
soap?
it
think we
because
talked about it on
Jeremy
this
got
podcast
sent
before.
home for eating soap
no,
from school?
I
Really?
wouldn't stop saying God. And my mom, who was on a church kick,
Christian.
said, "If you do it one more time, I'm gonna wash your mouth out with soap." And she
Oh.
did, and I took a liking to it.
Wow.
So you started saying God more often just to
Start
get
eating it?
to get the soap.
Well, it was just like when I was in the shower, I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll see if it still tastes like, because I didn't mind it. Yeah,
He started
I-
taking
Man.
20-minute showers and
yeah.
Ooh.
the soap. The
Bought
family
stock in the Zest
family
company.
soap bill went up to
At least you got to
$100
use
a
a
month.
bar of soap. I said some bad words once, and my mom said she was going to put soap in my mouth.
Liquid. Just drank the
She
liquid.
she gave me liquid soap, and I fucking puked all over the place.
Oh, shit.
And then my mom had to clean up my puke, and she felt very bad about it. And I never got in trouble for cursing again.
Wow.
Bit of a backfire there.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Sort of made you who you are today.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
A formative experience.
They call him Dial Chug now.
I also ate all natural oven cleaner. I don't know what
Oh.
I did.
How old were you?
I did. I was like 5 or 6.
That shit's really bad, though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh god!
But at least my
Wow.
mom is a nutritionist,
Yeah.
and she used to buy all this
She
stuff.
neutralized it real
And
quick with some oven grease.
Well, here's the
It's the only way I could save your life.
can stop
Scrape. Oh, man.
it was this stuff. This company Shackley that my mom was
Shackley.
like, she like,
You know,
was
the
like
Shack-
vitamins
Yeah,
and like
Shackley.
yeah, I don't know.
Jason, Shackley.
Yason, Shackley, yeah, all that shit. But
Hi, I'm
she,
John Shackley.
hey, do you got kids that might want to eat our oven cleaner? Don't worry, it's all natural.
It's not toxic.
It's non-toxic.
Try my product.
But was it then?
It was apparently all natural. I didn't get sick or anything, but it smelled like
Lemon.
no, it wasn't lemony. It was like this sweet like cinnamony thing
Oh,
that I
gosh.
ended up eating.
Oh no!
And my mom like walked in and saw it and was like, "Oh fuck." Got a call, and I said "fuck," and then she's like, "I'm going to also put this
You
soap
said
in your
fuck?
mouth."
And
At
now
the
you gotta
same time,
wash, and then you gotta
I'm-
throw up.
She's not sure exactly what I puked from, either the oven cleaner or the liquid soap.
Yeah, it's kind of omitting some important details from the story there.
Yeah.
Well, they were separate instances.
Were
But you
they-
stitched them together for the purpose of a tale.
Right. That's right.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh yeah, it's serving them well now.
it's
I
called a
mean,
joinecdote.
Yeah.
It's when you put two.
You haven't
Two
eaten
stories
any weird things that you shouldn't have, Mike, Johnny?
Oh, that I shouldn't have?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
I don't know.
I
That
know.
I shouldn't have.
Oh no, I should have eaten all the things that I did. I just some of them left later because I drank things I shouldn't have.
I've definitely eaten a lot of buffalo wings, fully well knowing that I will be shitting like crazy later on. Like,
Okay.
oh, I shouldn't eat this, but,
those
these
are
taste
still
good.
But those are
what
things that
city
you
was
can
that?
still
What city was that in?
Every
All
city,
of them?
every city that exists,
Okay.
Every city that has buffalo
every city
wings.
I've ever been to, every day. But no, I
You
probably
didn't eat Play-Doh.
One
You
wing
didn't
a
eat
day.
crayons. You didn't eat Elmer's glue.
I
You didn't
ate
do
some
any of that.
Play-Doh.
Napkins.
Definitely ate Play-Doh. I think we can all say that
You
we've eaten Play-Doh.
Napkins in
Yes.
the lunchroom.
You ate napkins?
In the lunchroom.
I've eaten a lot of raw dough.
Oh,
that's fair.
Like raw crescent roll dough. That shit's good.
yeah.
Though.
Ooh, crescent. Oh, somebody's got
Cookie?
taste. Yeah.
Somebody's rich.
Almonds.
I'm rich.
Almond. He's eating some almond dough, the finest.
Ooh, almond dough. Everything has to be made of almonds. Please make it be made of almonds.
There's no more milks in the world. You can't. An almond doesn't have nipples. You can't milk an almond.
Mm. Throw that shit
You
in a
can
blender, though.
squeeze an almond into, moisture.
I have nipples. Can you milk me?
There you go.
Hey now. Gosh, it never gets old. That one never gets
It
old.
never gets old. It's a classic.
Classic Stiller. Maybe he didn't say that. No,
He
he
did.
said that. I can't remember that movie, but there
I believe it's called Meet the Parents.
you go. And followed by
A little family.
Fuckers.
Meet
A little
Yeah.
family film classic.
Yeah.
Called.
Meet the Fuckers.
What do you want to say about the fuckers at Farrell versus the very nice
whoa.
people
I
at
got-
Starburns?
It's all the same, really, honestly.
yeah.
It was just stuff with Dustin, and that's Dustin's figuring his shit out now, I guess.
Yep.
And all that stuff, anything like that, I stay away from it as much as far as humanly possible because I just don't have any interest in it, for one. And that's it. I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care a shit.
It didn't affect your live show, in other words?
No, my show's not live. I mean, it's
I thought you were saying live to tape.
It's called live to
Yes.
tape. Live to tape is a term that means you're not editing anything because you're just putting it live to tape.
You can't bloop out anything when people bloop.
No, if they do, I'm like, you're an adult. You should have known not to say what you said.
But now you're immortal cursing on my show forever?
Yeah. But also, it's a thing where I edit it now. I used to do it. I started doing that because I didn't have time to have a podcast. Like my old podcast was called Twisting the Wind. And I would edit the shit out of that and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Then I just was really busy with the show. I didn't have time to work on a podcast as much as I wanted to. So I just figured I'll make a thing that's just purely live.
I dig it. It's I don't want to spoil it for anyone. You should go check
Spoil
it
it.
out because it's
Spoil it.
incredible. But okay, well,
He asked you to. Spoiler.
you have a DAW. Is that what it's called? Digital Audio Workstation or something?
Oh, I don't.
And you do a lot of different effects. And
Yeah, a lot of vocal effects.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
I will say though, I tried to listen to it with my mom once, and
Parents don't like it.
in the,
well,
in
it's
the
not
car
that.
or just sitting around at home? Because I
Just-
think
yeah,
there
in a car.
can be a different reaction.
yeah.
Because they're like, then you lock the door.
Sitting on the love seat together with your mom.
No, we were in a
little
car
different,
somewhere.
little
And I was like,
different.
oh, let's throw on a podcast. And I was like, oh, there's a new live to tape. So I checked it out, and I can't remember the guest, but I do know it got pretty sexual pretty fast.
Oh, it was like dark sexual.
Yeah.
It's probably Annie Letterman, right? She was talking
Oh,
about
Annie
all
Letterman.
kinds of heavy shit.
Actually, that may have been it.
That was it. Yeah.
She's heavy, man.
I was not
She's awesome.
prepared for that.
Yeah.
And that was like a thing when she was on this sort of tear, not a tear, but like a thing where she was like, I'm not going to not talk about this anymore. And I just got her to talk about it.
Mhm.
That was like a really good podcast though, too, because she said all this stuff. I'm like, holy fucking shit. I've known you for a long time and I had no idea all this crazy shit happened to you. And you seem like, I don't know how you deal with that kind of thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's well, we didn't finish, and I did myself, but
Right.
With, with Jeremy, we get it.
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
What makes sense?
Exactly.
That I didn't finish the episode?
No.
Oh, okay.
How you get through from day to day.
Okay, I'm
Or
lost.
how you get by.
Yeah.
Just to get
Yeah.
by.
How you survive.
Just to get by. Right now.
Yeah.
You do it.
But yeah, I think you should go right now after listening to this one and go listen to that because it's a great podcast. But
Drop in.
yeah, do a drop in.
Drop in.
Yeah.
Feel the splash.
That's right. That's right.
Feel the ass splash.
Yeah.
On your
So
back tat.
you're
Ass splash on your back tap.
That's my new theme park.
Wow.
oh, what's your character?
It's in Florida.
What's the,
I play David,
Hanna
but it's
Barbera.
pronounced David.
I've
D is
never
silence.
heard of a soft D before.
Well, you haven't
Wow.
met me. Oh, hey.
That'll do it.
Oh, what is it?
Hey, soft J over there.
Andrew Dice Clay just came
Just popped
to all
out.
of us just now.
Just like a wet noodle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not a-
All right. Well,
Dice.
favorite wet noodle
Sorry.
source? No, go ahead. Sorry. This is
I love noodles.
What kind? Pulled noodles?
What's
Noodle?
that?
Oh yeah.
Famous?
That's a thing?
Oh, man.
How you-
Chinese pulled noodles?
I've never had that. I don't think I've had.
Oh, my
That.
gosh.
Is
Well,
it like ramen?
you're going to have to get yourself on a train after you're here.
Oh, yeah.
And go right to Chinatown.
Well,
Right.
you
And
listen to the episode on the way.
Go
Got
to
it.
I never can pronounce it right. Cheyenne. It's X apostrophe
Well, I love an X.
IAN. Sean's
Xi'an.
I love when something
pulled
starts with an
noodles.
X.
And boy, oh boy, will you be in for a
love it.
delicious surprise. If you like noodles, you will love those kinds of
Are you a
noodles.
fan of gluten?
Yeah, I fucking love gluten. I really do.
So
I have
think,
no gluten
I
problem.
think they just like. I think it's just like gluten.
Gluteneous stretchers.
I think gluten is what.
Okay.
I think.
Noodles are made better when humans pull them before you cook them.
Because it like gives them like some more elasticity or something. Or
Yeah,
what?
it does something. It does something to it. I can't. I'm not one to give you all the ins and outs.
I'm a
se,
fan of Japanese long noodles and like Italian little pastas. I'm not.
Yeah.
I haven't been really eating as much.
like pappardell's not in
Spaghettis.
your. It's not in your wheelhouse.
No, I haven't been eating as much.
Pappardelle.
That's what they used to call him.
You guys are both Italian, right?
Yeah, back in the day, I was
Italian and Irish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was Big Carrot and he was Pappardelle.
Big Carrot Pappardelle. What the fuck? Who did this? Who the fuck? Carrot?
Primavera up in here. Yeah,
Karen!
springtime.
Carrot, why you do this?
They never would have found it, Karen.
That was all the money we had.
All the money we had, we saved up for fucking years. We were gonna open up a restaurant for mom.
I can't believe Danny lives in New York. I mean, for tax purposes, he lives in New Jersey, of course. But
Oh right, yeah, you have that thing charted off all the time, so you like go back and forth on a helicopter.
You know, no.
you can't. If you spend a certain amount of days in New York, it counts as living in New York City. So sometimes if you just have to get out of
Oh, my
the city, if you get out of the city before midnight, it counts as you not spending the night there. And you can
I read
spend
an
the night in
article about
Jersey.
this. Some like billionaire hedge fund manager.
You saw with the helicopter, right?
I don't know, it was some article in the New Yorker like 7 years ago about a guy
Yeah.
who's a billionaire and he has a personal assistant whose only job is to make sure he's not in New York for more than enough to have
180 days.
and if he saves like something like $7 million in taxes.
ass amount of taxes.
By just residing here,
Well,
but
for New
not
York City
being
resident.
full resident.
yeah.
But he does it like down to the fucking minute,
Yeah,
like the
that's crazy.
wire.
Well,
like-
you know, when you have city tax,
But that was in Baltimore. That wasn't in New York.
I don't even know all the other details. I have no idea. All I know is it's a guy. I have an imagined face for him. Look like a real prick.
Yeah.
I was going to say Monopoly.
pinstripe suit,
Pinstripe, something like
big
that.
power tie.
Very clean, very preened, clean, like expertly. All the skin has been refreshed on a daily basis
Right,
from
he
the special
exfoliates
cream.
daily.
Cucumber.
Yes.
E-cigar hanging out of his mouth.
E-cigar. Is that a
E-cigar.
thing
Why is
yet?
it? No, but it should be, I guess.
$1 billion idea. Welcome to
$1 billion.
it. Welcome to
There you go.
a segment we
E-cigar.
call $1 billion ideas here on Danny and Mike. And
E-cigar.
yeah,
Yeah.
It-
If you have any, feel free to shout them out whenever. It can be totally off. It doesn't have to be right now. It
I'm
could
really
whenever it
scared.
hits.
I just saw a cop vaping.
Oh, you did? Like
Yeah.
a vape box or like a
It
pen?
was like a robot dick. You know,
Oh,
like a
okay,
big,
yeah.
big vape box.
The big block.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
The big block. And it's like
Yeah.
these guys already rock like a Batman utility belt worth of things already.
Right.
Plus you got a cell phone. Now you got a taser and a gun. And you're
You're vaping.
vaping. Don't tase yourself up your nose.
One of
or,
these days,
or
he's
give.
gonna pull a vape gun.
I just don't want him to give the.
shit
Yeah.
as a gun.
Yeah. Suck on cotton candy, perp. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not going to work. It's not going to
Unless the
subdue
person
him.
was allergic to tobacco, and they need to be like, "You're right."
Glycerin.
Allergic to-
They'd have to,
to
be allergic.
vaporize
Yeah,
glycerin.
Exactly. Weaponized glycerin. That's what they're going to call it. So we got $2 billion ideas.
Well, that's the new Marvel
the tactical e-cigar.
Netflix TV show instead of Wolverine now. Instead of
called-
Weapon
it's
X,
called
it's
Vape
Weapon,
God?
Weapon Glycerin.
Weapon glycerin.
Enacting CBD or something. You know, that's his
Cloud
power.
Vape God.
Help him. He needs at least 2% THC to be activated. We need to find some hemp.
It's all shriveled.
Oh yeah, that's MacGyver, like some weed out of some hemp rope or something. Yeah.
Oh, I have this rubbing alcohol, and I have this.
That was a
this
great
ornamental.
show.
I have this ornamental decorative hemp.
I think the vape pens have really made some headway in magic. And that's an easy.
Really?
It's an easy way for magicians to be like, "I'm disappearing," and they just take a big hit and blow it like close to their face, and then they run away. And
A
then they're
cloud,
off.
you mean?
Yeah,
A
you
V
know.
cloud.
Yeah,
It kind of would work in a lot of different genres: bank robbery,
Sure. Oh, yeah.
ninjutsu.
that would be great. Hand over the money. You get the money. You blow the vape in their
Thanks,
face,
sucker.
and then
Yeah.
you zip out, and you're like, "What just happened?"
I don't know. I feel like I had a bowl of cereal for breakfast.
One time years ago when I was in college, we decided to I lived in a townhouse. There was like, 4 townhouses on one side, 4 on the other, and there was a shared parking lot in the middle. And it was during like semester changeover. There was a bunch of trash. We decided to have like a little fire in the middle of the area there.
As one
To
will.
burn the trash?
I don't remember what we were burning, but all I know is I decided to burn this tube that had a metal spiral to support it, the kind of an dryer exhaust vent
Sure.
tube.
Okay.
I burned that thing.
It was made of metal.
Well, it was
Not
made of
plastic?
plastic.
Oh, yeah.
Plastic tube, but it had a metal like a coil
Reinforcement,
to make it rigid. I burned that thing. I don't know what the fuck it was made of, but whatever happened was all the air, the area for about maybe 5 seconds was filled with a cloud of smoke, but like everywhere, not just above the fire, just radiated outward. And we all ran from it into our apartments. Then it was gone and dissipated immediately. As quick as it came, it was gone.
You could have opened a wormhole or
I'm like,
something.
what? That must have been.
Never.
If I have any health problems now,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Never
probably because of
burn
that.
a
Blame
dryer
that.
vent.
Right.
Never
that-
burn a dryer
Oh,
vent.
I mean, because imagine what that. I can't imagine what that stuff is made of to withstand heat.
Yeah.
Then to
Yeah.
something weird fucking happened.
Mostly dryer vents are made of the sock that you're missing.
Exactly.
That's usually where
Oh,
they
that
go.
structural lint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the smoke was a structural lint.
It could have
burning
been, but
up.
it was this weird thing. I've never seen anything like it. It was like a fog. Fog just came in.
I'm picturing
It rolled in and then rolled out.
Just
Yeah,
appeared.
I'm picturing that horror movie up in like Alaska.
That's The Mist?
where it like comes in and then
Seemed to-
everybody's screwed.
That's exactly what happened, except it was instantaneous and it was gone.
Maybe there was a
And
and you
no-
guys,
and
and
no
you guys
deaths.
weren't missing
And no
your
deaths.
flesh
No.
afterwards or anything.
Where'd you go to school?
Florida State.
Go Knowles.
Why'd you go to you a Gator?
No, but I'm a Florida State fan.
Oh, you're a
Yeah,
Florida
my
State fan.
nephew's going there now, and my family all lives in Tallahassee or in Havana, Florida.
Did you?
Oh, great place.
Did you persuade him?
Havana, Florida?
yeah,
Did you persuade
Savannah?
him not
No.
to
Havana.
not to
Havana.
pledge
So it's
any
right
Greeks?
outside of Tallahassee. What's that?
You told him not to go Greek.
He went something.
He
Yeah.
did.
went Greek?
He
Yeah.
did go. He
I don't
did
know if
go
he's Greek, but he's in a something.
He's in a
I think that's
he's in
mine.
a fraternity, or he could be in some sort of fight club just
Well,
to
what
protect
other thing
himself.
can you be in if it's not a fraternity?
Radio
Greek.
station. I did the radio station.
Oh, there you go.
Is that
There
what
you go.
kept you out of the Greeks?
I guess that
He
people
kept him off the streets. Obviously,
kept me off
you
the
see
streets, out of the Greeks. That and doing a lot of drugs and
alcohol and
drinking, going to rock shows, being indie, like really fucking indie.
a radio station at FSU.
Yep, it's WVFS Tallahassee 89.7 FM.
Whoa.
Voice of Florida
That
State.
just came out so quickly.
Like a cart had just been pushed into the back of him.
644-1337, 644-1VFS for your request. You're listening to 89.7 WVFS Tallahassee. This is The Jazz Show. And you're about to hear some jazz. This is from Miles Davis from his 1956 album. Did you have...
College radio.
Man, here comes Coltrane comes in. Oh man, all the beautiful arrangements by Bill Evans.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
You know, there's two Bill Evans. That Bill Evans, and then there's another one that does 80s like really cock rocky
are you
saxophones.
serious?
And I went to Blue Note one night with a friend, and she was like, "Oh, I'm ready. I want to see
Wrong
Bill
Bill
Evans."
Evans. Wrong Bill
That
Evans,
Bill
buddy.
Evans had been dead for.
Yeah, been dead for a
Dead-
long
It's like
time.
fucking 40 years.
But
Wrong.
I
Bill
will say
Evans.
that the 80s cock rock saxophone was incredible.
Oh wait, you got
Yeah,
a
it was
live
very
version
good.
of that?
Oh, it was
day?
incredible.
Okay.
Bill Evans.
Yeah, very, very good.
Bill Evans did the sax on Jerry Rafferty's
Ooh.
Baker
Oh, yeah.
Street.
Is that the one that's like? Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a really great video from years ago called "Sexy Sax Man." It's some guy in Pomona with a ponytail, some like hipster dude.
He just starts fucking the air.
Oh,
I loved it.
and he starts like playing in public, and he gets in trouble with like mall security.
Yeah, the
kind of
food court
shit.
at the food court. That was
That
the
is-
one I dug.
That's like classic IE shit right there. That's the Inland Empire. If you ever want to know, that's what that is. It's that dude.
All of Southern California, right?
Well, the IE is different. The IE is different.
Away from the coast.
It's away from the coast. It's where like real
Riverside.
people live. Riverside,
Redlands.
Pomona, Upland. Redland's a little further out.
Irvine.
Irvine is
That's still
Orange County.
buddy.
Let me
I
name
use
some.
this.
Let me name some. Let me name some
I think
towns.
we're good. I only
Diamond
know
Bar,
Inland
Diamond
Empire
Bar.
by,
Real. How do you know about Diamond Bar?
Azusa, because I had to drive through there.
Diamond Bar. Dude,
Because I had to
Diamond-
drive through there.
Diamond Bar is
City
my
of
favorite one.
City of Industry.
City of Industry.
That's in. That's
That's a little closer. That's like more Downey, not Compton, but This is just like
we're really hitting a very specific
Rancho
demographic
Cucamonga.
right now.
Rancho.
That's just a great name.
it's one
You
of the
just say
greatest names.
Rancho Cucamonga, and you're just like, I say that to my 4-year-old nephew, and he just dies laughing.
It's the funniest word combination that exists. Rancho Cucamonga,
It's been proven mathematically.
Fontana, Rialto, Upland.
I'm gonna.
I never let you speak for the next year.
Oklahoma City is
Interrupt you with
oh
a different-
so pretty.
Like fucking shit town in the Inland
Jeremy.
Empire.
Aria.
Tulsa.
I can only think
Does
of
that
David
count?
Lynch's
Akron.
film Inland Empire.
Akron.
That's all I
Yes.
know.
Since you're a Florida State graduate, did you go to? We recently hopped on the Last Podcast
Jupiter.
Network from the guys on Last Podcast on the left, and they all went to Florida State.
They did?
Were you there? You weren't there during their era.
I graduated in 2005.
Wait, you all drank the
Okay.
Seminole fluid?
I drank so much
weird.
Seminole fluid in Florida State. I also ate a lot of cinnamon rolls.
Did you eat any cinnamon rolls? No. Okay.
Cinnamon
Yeah,
rolls.
Yikes.
they were also
Yikes.
FSU. They're also FSU guys.
Yeah. Henry and Ben and all those guys.
How about Marcus?
Oh,
Yep.
Zabrowski?
Yeah.
Zabrowski. He's a
Yeah,
Florida State guy.
Zabrowski and I were at the same time. I knew him, but not well.
Yeah.
He was in theater and I was not in theater.
Did he have the
Gotcha.
beard that back then?
I don't think he did.
Takes a while to grow something like that.
Yeah, it seems like
Yeah.
a multi-year.
Oh yeah, now it's huge, right?
Oh yeah, the
I
beard
think I
has
just
its
saw
own.
him.
The beard has its own podcast separate from Henry now.
Oh, but who else is it then from Florida State besides Henry?
Marcus Parks. He went there.
He went there.
And then I think
Ed Larson went
Ed
there.
Larson, not Ben
So
Cousins.
most of the Murder Fist dudes. I
Yeah.
think they all
Yeah.
Murder Fist was like
I remember seeing the show they did. Well, because I did a comedy show. The first comedy show I ever did was at Florida State. We called it H-Pole, which stood for Harness the Power of Lightning. It was a fucking shit show. Wrote like fucking 12 sketches and didn't rehearse any of them. Did it to this huge sold out crowd because people will go to fucking anything there. And it was an absolute madhouse. No one listened to anything. They just were drinking and
they just needed a place to like be.
To laugh.
made like $700 somehow.
Wow.
But it was terrible. It was a shit show. There's a bunch of people who shouldn't have been performing, doing sketches. It just went super long.
And every one of them founded their own sketch comedy group.
Well, every one of those people doesn't even do comedy anymore, except for me. The only person who was like, okay, maybe I can try again. After the first time, I'll try again. Maybe I'll do it better if I actually try. And then I remember seeing those guys do a sketch thing at their house they lived in. It was like flawless. Everything was written. Everything was memorized. It was fucking like, oh, wow, this is how you do it. You have to actually maybe work on it
work
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
beforehand.
Yeah, beforehand, like rehearse, have an idea of what you're gonna do.
We rehearse sucking at the podcast sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. This is.
Sucking
I
at it?
know that this seems really natural, but
It does. It seems like it's flowing like a beautiful river,
We rehearse this
Like the Mississippi River, perhaps.
like the mighty Mississippi.
Yeah.
2 feet wide at its source up there, and
Just a trickle,
Just a trickle.
just a little bit of stormwater runoff.
That's young Danny at the urinal learning to skate at
Oh my God.
You learned how to skate, didn't you?
1992.
Yeah, we all lied. Everyone except for Josh Jackson, who actually played hockey because
Really?
He can't lie.
He's Canadian. Yeah,
But he's
the
not allowed to lie.
Canadians don't lie. Period.
No.
But every other kid was like, all their
I can
managers
skate.
were like, yeah, they can skate. The kids didn't say shit. It was the managers being like, oh yeah, no, the kid can skate. What does he want him to do? Oh yeah, no.
Won't be a deal breaker
Yeah,
at
well,
all.
no, not at all. No.
Oh.
They definitely skate.
Oh, it's like a Bad News Bears thing, huh? So they're not really good at it. Yeah, he's he's good though.
Oh, he's good. He's good anyway.
Has he ever been on skates before? Oh yeah.
No.
Sally is my mom. Sally, you got to get Danny on skates right now. I think
Wow.
I think he booked Mighty Ducks. You got to take him.
I need
you
a
gotta take him to
Polaroid.
the ice rink right now.
I need a Polaroid of
Yeah.
him on skates.
He doesn't need
send
to actually be
Hollywood.
skating. Just got to take a picture of him standing on his hockey skates.
How much time did you get to prep for skating?
Crash course.
They gave us like 8 weeks of just straight up like hockey camp.
8 weeks.
I know, man.
Yeah, it was like
I didn't
we
forget 8
came-
weeks.
I
I never
went
got
out
8 weeks
there-
to do anything.
I was out there like
fucking way.
November, the beginning of
Jesus
November
Christ.
'91,
and they said Christmas will be canceled unless you fucking know how to skate by the end of this.
Yeah.
And guess what? They all turned
You
Jewish.
did it.
That's it.
They all turned Jewish, and they got Hanukkah presents instead.
I would prefer that. Hanukkah's more simple.
Sure.
I'm done with Christmas.
Wow. This
You heard it here.
strong stuff here.
I mean, the only thing you can do now with Christmas is go. You guys ever been to Solvang? It's a little Danish village, like
Is
2
it-
hours north of LA.
Is that in Denmark or
It is Danish. It's not in Denmark.
it's in
like
Cal? It's in Cali.
Michael Jackson used to love it.
Why? Because it's like a
storybook.
They just take something that's supposed to be in Denmark and they put it 2 hours north.
Essentially,
of LA.
it's been there for like 70 years or something like that. Or the city's been there for a long time, but it's just like I think it was founded by Danes, and they kept all the architecture that way, and people like to visit. I love going there, like drinking wine and like just walking around the Danish village and having some pancakes and other Danish crap, and it's really fun.
It's like pretending everybody around you has health insurance.
Yeah, or it's more like going to Disneyland. It's not like because no one's got health insurance who goes there.
No,
it's the same California critters. I don't know why I was even talking about that. What I mentioned? Solvang?
Christmas, you hate it?
Oh yeah, well because Christmas.
They've got a Christmas store there. That's where you go. You want to experience Christmas?
Do it in Denmark.
Do it in man. I'm gonna go to Denmark for Christmas this year.
I'm saying do it in Denmark. Two hours north of LA in Solvang.
I think I'm gonna go to Denmark for Christmas this year.
Whoa.
Actual?
Yeah.
No pressure.
Actual Denmark.
I want to do it. I'm saying it now. I want to go to Denmark.
All right.
We will make sure to take. We're going to take this clip. And
this
we'll
episode
send it to you 6 weeks before Christmas.
This episode, unfortunately, is
true?
not coming out until January, so it's not going to matter.
Oh.
Yeah, it's.
We'll do a recap.
Yeah, we plan our episodes way far.
You guys are banked.
We're already in January. Yeah.
Fucking banked.
We have an in with the Chamber of Commerce in Denmark too. We could have gotten you free tickets and
free
show
tickets
pass.
to Denmark.
Free
a
tickets.
show pass or two and a marionette to take home.
It's just one place. It's one square block. That's Denmark.
You get to own 1/100th of Copenhagen.
Ooh,
they give you a key, but
they
you
give you a
give
key
it back.
to the city, but there's only 100 keys.
The Jazz Fest there.
Yes,
they got that.
It's a pricey city.
Are you a jazz guy? You went from indie rock to jazz, or is it
it's kind of simultaneous. The indie rock, I absorbed it by being around it.
Okay,
I played an indie band too.
That helps.
Yeah, I like all that stuff. I like jazz probably more though. It's more sustainable.
While you're here in New York, if you catch 88.3, that's WBGO.
Jazz and More by the Jersey Shore.
It's the best station. That is a brand that I do not hate. It's a public radio
You won't
station.
be able to
out
get
of
it upstate,
Newark.
though.
Okay.
Probably not upstate, but if you're around here,
Well, I'm back next week.
Well,
not next week. On Thursday and Friday, I'm staying right around here.
Oh, well, you can also go to WBGO.org. And you can
listen online.
And you can
Are they a
listen
sponsor?
online. They're not a sponsor. I would give anything.
That's all right.
Dude,
we'll take.
Rashawn
We got
Rowan-
a dream. We got a
Rashawn
dream
Rowan
list.
Kirk, his
I love
wife
Rashawn Rowan
is
Kirk.
the events coordinator.
Are you serious?
Voluntary slavery.
Volunteered slavery.
Volunteered slavery.
How do you guys know so much about jazz?
I'm a big
Masheria Moore. That's such a great cover on that.
Yeah.
record. That's a really good. Roland Kirk is a really good.
Yeah,
Most people
no,
just
I
don't
know.
like jazz at all, though.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's also a thing where you mention jazz, and like people are like, "Oh, I like relaxing music."
Yeah, you're like,
Like, oh, jazz. Oh, I don't like jazz.
Ask my wife how relaxing it is when I put on John Coltrane.
yeah.
And she's like, I can't take this frenetic.
I'm tired
Energy
I'm
is
tired of
driving
you
me
shooting
crazy.
up heroin in the living room.
And I'm like, wait, no. Here it comes, honey. Here it goes. Listen. What's that song? Oh, it's a few of my favorite things. Yeah, it is. But then it gets a little crazy.
It's like a 19-minute song, right?
Yeah, there's
A
a
19-minute
couple.
recording,
There's a great Impulse record called Live at the Village Vanguard.
It's outstanding.
Again,
Yep.
there's the first one, and the second one again has got this crazy version of that.
Yeah, I've heard that
You could
one.
visit the Village Vanguard while you're here in lovely
could.
New York City. I mean,
It is still there. It is still there, and is one of the best places to see jazz. And it doesn't matter that the Red Line, the 1, 2, and 3 train go right underneath.
Oh, really?
And
So like
rumble, they rumble
so like
the-
there'll be
they
like
rumble the
really
club.
slow parts happening, and like all of a sudden like the table starts shaking, and
That's
you hear it
funny.
underneath. But it's been like that forever.
7th Avenue South makes a little.
You can't move the tables.
Do not try.
They've been drilled into the floor, so
cool.
like it's just the way it is.
I like that though, because anytime I have an option to do something like that, then it's like just takes it away, so you don't have to even think about it.
Yeah. You can't
do
no,
nothing.
sorry, parties of 10. Well, you're going to be split up into groups of 4.
Yeah, they're gonna
Doesn't
actually.
matter.
They're getting rid of mattress stores now. People are only allowed to get it from Casper and Lisa.
The world we live in.
Yeah.
You don't got a phone or a computer. You don't got a gun to sleep.
You're not gonna be able to sleep, kid. I don't know.
You
what
ain't
to
got
tell
a
you.
gun to sleep here. Ticket, please. What's your ticket? Hey, I heard a conductor do this joke today. It was really funny. I was getting on the train at Peekskill, and the lady asked, "Is this a train to? Is this?"
Grand
She
Central.
misspoke. She said, "Is this Grand Central?" She meant to say, "Is this the train to Grand Central?" And the guy goes, "No, this is Pigskill." Yeah. And then she was like, "Oh, you." She's like a Hispanic lady. "Oh, you scared me. I thought I was so scared. I was so scared." And then he gets on. She gets on. He goes to take the tickets, and he walks by her again. He goes like, "Hey, you like that joke? You like that, huh? I got you, didn't I? I got you." She's like, "Yeah, you got me. You got me."
He's like, here's another one.
Like, wow, what a fucking joke. That was such a good joke. He had to take a second lap on that joke. I got you good when I said the thing that was obviously not true.
That's his open mic. That's his
Captive
moment to
audience.
shine.
He's got
Yeah.
captive audience.
You get one person interested, you go with it.
And you could hear him on the mic every time after that. It was just so
Happy with
disappointed.
himself.
Well, he was
Rolling
you could tell-
around his mouth.
Things have been going down since I had that joke that killed on the platform with that lady who can't speak English as well as I can, who was captive to my I had like 12 inches on her,
Yeah.
vertical inches. And I'm the conductor,
And I had to take her ticket.
and she laughed when I said something seriously. What? No, this is Pigskill. It's not Grand Central. Oh, you got me. Did I get you? Hey, did I fucking get you, bitch? Did I fucking get you? Say it. Say I fucking got you, and you're free ride for free.
I'll ride you. I won't even punch. I won't even punch your ticket if you say I got you.
Did I fucking get you?
Just say it.
You got me. You got me. I'm so sorry.
That's what I thought.
You like that joke I just did 2 minutes ago, you fucking piece of shit? Give me a
Gosh,
ticket.
you come here and you automatically get the attitude right. You're ready to go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been here before. I've been here a bunch. I love it here.
You
It's
like New
good.
York?
I think it's great.
You ever
It's
been,
hard, though. It's a hustle.
You ever been in Seltzer King Studios before?
I haven't.
Well, welcome.
You've been in a lot of places with foam insulation on the walls.
Yeah, I know my way in and out of a dead zone.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah.
You're not hearing that bounce back.
Uh-huh.
No echo in here.
For the listener, we're checking the acoustic.
Johnny's
You guys know
checking
about room tone?
Everybody be silent.
I was born.
How about Walla?
I was born with my own room tone.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it covered the crying at the hospital. It was perfect.
Some comedian I used to know, I didn't talk to him that much anymore, but he was trying. You know Eric Charles Nielsen?
That's a person.
He's a comedian. He's hard to describe. I remember one time.
That's Eric with a K.
Oh, I
No,
don't know
with a
if it
C.
is.
With a C.
I don't even know. But he's
it's
like
a CK.
he's a very
with
like
a CK.
Nice.
It might be. Oh, that's the worst. If you do that, stop doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Eric with a CK.
What are you doing? Pick one.
Too much.
Pick a consonant and
Thank
get the
you.
hell out of my train.
Thank you. I got
Get
you.
off my
Good lady.
train. This guy one time was complaining about a student film he worked on. To know Eric is to know probably the most, I don't know how to describe him. He's very constantly exasperated by everything. And one time he was like, he has this voice. He talks. I can't even do it. I'll hurt my voice trying to do an impersonation of him. But he was talking about how they didn't even record room tone. He was so pissed
Dude,
they didn't record room tone.
Yeah.
That he had to go back.
Just the
Well, if
fact
you're
they
someone
made a
that
mistake.
maybe he was an editor on the side.
He's not. No, this is just a person who.
That's an editing thing. People get pissed off.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean there's no rules? How am I going to edit this?
This is an actor, though.
Right.
An actor playing some tiny thing.
Actors do a lot of things now.
Yeah.
There's an emotional.
You edit, you write, you produce, you tell everybody you direct for sure.
You embarrass
I've never said
yourself
it.
on social media.
You work on the train.
There's a letdown though sometimes because when you were doing a scene, sometimes it's like the last scene of the day, and you get the last shot, and everyone's like, "All right, this is all right. We're done. We're fucking done. Let's get the fuck out of here." And then right when you're about to pick up a light and walk away with it,
room tone.
they say hold for room tone, and you stand there for what looks like
Days.
it's gotta
Yeah,
be.
that's the longest, 30 to 60 seconds. 60 seconds if they're a good sound person. 30 seconds if they're just trying to get out of there.
I like it.
I side with him.
15 on television, just so you know.
It's a collective meditation,
Yes.
I like that. It's thinking about how we could be elsewhere.
right? Thinking about how my makeup is making me sleepy.
My makeup tastes like seltzer.
When I was a kid, I used to try to make people laugh during room tone, and sound guys did not
Ooh.
like that.
Oh, yeah.
Were you a bad kid on set?
I wasn't really.
He was a bad kid on set.
Really?
I take it from me. He was a bad kid on set.
Well, that's because the crew likes to play jokes and
Yeah.
tricks when I would, and who wouldn't like a 12-year-old to write "You fucking suck" on a fucking
A C-47?
clothing on a C-47 and stick it on their back? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that's actually kind of a cool joke. It's so dumb.
It's so dumb, but at 12, that was like I thought that was
12.
like,
I mean,
12.
I know adult union members
That still do it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they're
Yeah.
doing it at 40.
no, I know, but it's different when you're like the kid actor.
Yeah.
It's the crew has got their own thing going.
Yeah, you
on.
can't get punched in the face for it because otherwise they would have to do makeup.
Yeah, get a little shiner going.
And you get fired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that too.
you definitely get fired if you punch the 12-year-old
Yeah.
talent in the
That's
face.
not good job security
I can't.
for the record.
I can't think of anybody who punched me in the face and came back, but I can't think of anybody who punched me in the face on set anyway.
I kicked the creator and producer
Really?
of Pete and Pete in the shins with
Why? Is it a joke?
steel-toe boots. Because I was little and he was big and he picked me up and I thought it'd be funny and I kicked him in the shins.
I'm glad he volunteered this instead of me.
Oh, because you were going to tell him?
Yeah.
I know.
I was keeping it in my back pocket, but please continue the story.
Yeah.
Who was the creator of that?
Well, it was two guys, Chris Viscardi and Will McRobb.
Don't forget Catherine.
And Catherine Diekman. Yes.
Have they made anything since that is the same level of
Awesome.
yeah.
It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to say, but they
Will
have
just
made...
put something out that was a one pilot on. So stupid. There was an Amazon thing where they're like, "We'll make the pilot, and then let you decide if
you
it
vote
gets
for
like."
it.
Yeah, I mean,
Those
I
are
think
not-
that's
shit.
the worst thing ever.
What was it, a kid
they used
named
to do
Pickle?
that. They used to do that.
for everything. Like,
Yeah,
we're
it's
gonna
like-
do a new Doritos flavor. You pick it.
You pick it. It's like no, just fucking do it.
Strawberry ass.
Like, you know? It was just too.
Strasberry.
too
Do we have time for an intervention?
of me.
No.
Of what? Who?
Jeremy?
Whoa.
Jeremy?
Yeah, what's up?
Hi. Jeremy?
What's the intervention
There's
about?
3 dudes here who care about you. I'm assuming you care about
I
it,
am-
Johnny,
I
just
am-
for the sake of
Just go
I give a
with it.
shit.
Just go with it. I'm looking up the name of the show, the Will Show.
Oh, it's called A Kid Called Mayonnaise.
Kid called
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. not
I said
mayonnaise.
pickle.
Pickle. Yeah.
A Kid Called
Uh,
Mayonnaise.
Jeremy-
Anywho,
But thanks for
it was a really great
grinding the
like.
podcast.
Jeremy, you eat too many chips.
Is that what's happening right now?
Too many different chips in the kitchen.
No,
There's barbecue.
no.
There's cheddar horseradish.
Ooh, that's a good
There's
flavor.
Brussels sprout puffs.
He
Are you
has a
serious?
He has a box
There's
of chips,
baked
a pound and a
Lay's,
half
baked
of
barbecue
chips
Lay's.
in a box.
I had family in town, and they're 2 growing boys, and
Are your
They're
family
chip people.
Irish?
they are. It's Ohio. They're chip people.
They're chip people. They're chip and dip people.
No dip. Just straight up chip. But I
Although
do
he
like the
does
dip.
make a
Couple
good dip.
couple days
Yeah.
in Florida will take care of that.
Oh yeah, got my dip in. Hi, my name's Jeremy. I'm fucking. I'm
Fuck
a,
you, yeah.
He'll come back with a circular ring in
Check
his
out
back
the-
pocket.
Yeah. I don't. You know what? When I was 13, I think somebody gave me my first dip.
really?
When I
13.
when I dip, you dip,
13,
we dip.
12.
Did you vom?
I was gonna
I
say.
did not. I did not.
Wow.
But I didn't keep it in line. It was a Skull Bandit. Shout
Ooh.
out to the Skull Bandit company.
That's a little pocket. That's like a snooze.
Yeah, there's no mess.
A snooze?
Snus.
Snooze, I think, is Danish or Swedish. It's,
It's
a
like-
little pouch tobacco.
It's like if you had sex with
Yeah.
a pillow and then put it in your mouth.
Oh, what?
and you put a bunch of tobacco in the pouch. It's cleaner. It's easier. It's
Oh, it's cleaner.
Well, you don't get this
Tobacco.
chili.
You know how the Scandinavians feel about oral hygiene.
they love it.
Huh.
I take commission.
When you go for Christmas,
right.
Yeah, get us some
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
will.
That's
Get us
right.
some
They
Christmas
make great.
snus.
They make great sweaters over there.
They make
Christmas
great
snus.
sweaters. I have a Danish sweater. I fucking love
Oh,
it.
my Norwegian sweater was burned in a fire and eaten by moths.
Which order?
Yeah, it was-
First the fire.
Fire moths.
Fire moths. Well,
well, the
yeah.
moths were on fire.
Well,
yes.
you don't get the fire moths until later in the game. You have to level
Fire
up your
moths
scroll.
are the main antagonist in the Weapon Glycerin Marvel Netflix new series that's coming out.
My mother was killed by fire moths, and that's why I wear this costume now.
Weaponized
In
clouds
memory.
of blast. He's
It's
a
an-
vape god.
it's-
Stand back. He'll god you.
It's another cotton candy
He'll
day, New
God
York.
you.
Good morning, New York. It's another cotton candy day. Pink clouds all over the Lower East Side.
Good morning, New York. You're listening to 1010 Wins, and this is The Commuter, starring Liam Neeson. A movie that singularly fails to have any type of cohesion.
yeah, they did several of them.
Was it
yeah.
Snakes on a Train? Was it Taken on a Train?
No, it wasn't even that. The Taken series for me is just outstanding.
It's the height of
I
filmmaking.
You
love 'em.
actually liked it.
It's
all of
like
them?
those are the best popcorn
Oh,
movies
come
I've
on!
seen
When
in
Taken
years.
when Taken 2 is on
Popcorn
TV,
movies.
Yeah.
Can you
when Taken
describe
2 is
that?
on TV,
I
you
know what-
don't stop what you're doing.
No, but I did stop. I was watching Family Guy, and they did their version of it where Meg gets kidnapped in
Okay.
France. Yeah, and it was the same plot, basically.
It's just great. It's a
Except-
great movie.
Yeah.
What's popcorn?
Popcorn movie's a movie. It's like a Marvel movie. You just watch it. You're not looking for a special type of story or performance.
Just
You're
wanna
just
get
watching this.
In it.
You're watching you're watching the spectacle. It's like fireworks.
Right. Would you
It's a popcorn
consider
movie.
reality TV popcorn TV?
I know, because popcorn implies you're at a movie theater.
Oh, true.
So you're going to see this thing that has like, it's got production value. It's got like,
it's larger than life.
it makes you stop thinking about how much your feet hurt or some shit like that.
And more about how does that E.T. guy, fly the bicycle?
Here's a popcorn movie. Oh, whoa. It's that. It's, was he gonna make it?
Throw me the whip. Throw me the whip. Throw me the whip,
Yeah.
Dr. Jones. Throw me the idol. I'll give you the whip.
Oh, I would think that Indiana Jones is probably
Premier.
Up there.
of one
Premier
of the
popcorn.
Premier popcorn. It's a
Yeah.
It's a PP.
It was just on Memorial Day on actual Monday. My wife
Such a
had
good
never,
movie.
she'd never seen Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It's like a movie where you can't stop watching it.
No, but
If you want to make someone late, just throw it on. Like, oh fuck!
Yeah. The
It's-
temple scene
it's-
was actually a lot like the Mets collapse that day. You couldn't. You saw somebody snatch at something valuable and then eventually have it crushed out of their limbs.
Dr. Jones.
I like how we brought the sports back. No, I didn't bring the sports back. That's what
you
I'm
like
enjoying.
sports, do you, Dr. Jones? We don't have sports here in Southeast Asia.
Oh my god!
bad date.
Dr. Jones, do you think you will have a bad date today by eating this? I don't know, Dr. I don't know what the fuck that voice is. The best voice is the, I say, how are you, Dr. Jones? Is it true you found something that's irreplaceable that the Nazis will be using against us? I don't think I understand what you're coming from, you.
It'd be terrible if it fell into the enemy's hands.
How do you suppose they'd get a hold of such a thing, Dr. Jones?
Well, if you would stop being so goddamn incompetent.
I'm not incompetent. I've educated at Harvard, and I'm the president of Pakistan.
And
Hello.
every time you sneeze, you fall backwards.
I sneeze, I fall backwards into a pit of snacks.
Well, I'm the head of the CIA. God damn it, we need to get our hands on that.
No
They don't
ticket.
even know what they got. We'll just put it in the vault.
Hey, you say you're looking for this. Well, Jones here has got a beat on it. Have you? Good boys. Top man here. His man is doing quite well at finding things that are hard to find, aren't you? We have a minute here. Take a break from having sex with young students. Yeah, we'll take it
Help us out.
I say, have you have find a way to get back and you've got to be there for you. You know what I'm saying?
You sound like the guy that actually drew the map that they fly around. That they stop in all these different spots, but they don't really stop. It's just like points of
Dot,
interest.
dot, dot, dot,
They're
dot,
like,
They might have had to refuel.
yeah, they
I
had to
think.
refuel
That's
in Baghdad.
I'll stop in Baghdad for a few days. Have an antiquity dealer friend of mine who can put us up for nights too.
Saddam's personal palace.
Saddam's actually quite fetching. This is Saddam Hussein. Hello, I'm
Hussein.
Saddam Hussein. Educated at Harvard.
I was going to say well-educated guy had the money.
Hi, this is my friend Saddam. Hello, I'm Saddam Hussein. How are you? Welcome to my first palace.
Harvard
Would you care for anything to drink?
No, notice I'm just calling it my palace at this point and not my first palace because I don't know how many I'm going to build.
This is my friend Hamed Karzai, the president of Afghanistan. Hello, sir. Hamed, how are you? I believe we met in the parallel fields of Dubai years ago.
This is a pan time.
I'm into all of this. I think
I just love it when there's like these things where all those Arab dudes, all those rich Arab dudes are all Ivy League or like educated at Oxford, and they all talk like that. How are you? I mean, a lot of them talk like that.
Do you
You can't
drink,
say all anymore.
Do you
can
drink tea, Jeremy?
Yeah.
What kind of tea?
Iced?
Do
Green?
you drink tea like hot tea with milk?
Every day hot tea, no
See,
milk.
dude, hot tea. I drink it with milk, bro.
I do no milk though.
Dan, tea,
I drink tea. Yeah, I drink a lot of matcha.
black tea.
Ooh,
Any black tea?
Again,
I'm a black tea lover.
I like black tea too, but now it gets me too jacked up.
So you're how long have you been doing matcha for?
I do matcha about 6 months.
Does matcha
girlfriend-
about
Same
75 push-ups and then more matcha?
I like it. I like
So
it.
you do
very
the whole
much.
thing. You make it. You get the
I
pure,
do,
real matcha.
I get
right?
real ceremonial matcha, and I have
Yes.
my whisk, and I pour it in the.
No, you
know,
don't
I
have
do
a
the-
whisk.
Yes, I do.
You gotta.
You have to.
I want to
And if
see
you
the
go to-
whisk.
You go to any place that you actually ask for matcha, like a normal like
Well, it's
coffee
obviously
shop,
it's not
and they
matcha
don't,
if you don't
and
have
they,
a whisk.
and
yeah.
they don't have it. I get pissed off because they become. If you don't whisk it,
clumpy.
it
I
becomes
understand.
clumpy
I
because
understand.
it's your grind. It's
You're
the
supposed
actual.
to even sift it.
Yeah, I do sift it too. Yeah,
You
I have a
sift it?
sifter.
Wow.
I have a sifter and I knock it around.
You had to remind him. You
I
notice.
fucking knock it around, huh?
Yeah, I knock it around.
I take some liberties with my green tea. I'm going to admit I'm not the first guy to admit it.
I knock around my matcha. You know,
The thing about matcha is, though, a lot of times it's cut with sugar.
not if you get your own.
Like, you get your own. You go out to a place, you get the matcha. I'm not a big matcha guy, but my other half is, and she is constantly disappointed by ordering matcha someplace.
Getting
commercial
sugar in
grade.
it. Oh, I tell you what, I hate that.
It's
It
the
drives
latte.
me nuts.
They latte it up.
I'm
They make
here
it-
for an intense caffeine high, not
No,
the
not
buzz
even
of
that.
sugar.
I think it's because people are like, I don't like the way it tastes.
And also, you don't
It
want.
sounds like it's too earthy for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, we got to cut it with sugar. It's like, you know what? Fuck you, Starbucks.
Yeah,
'Cause
fuck you.
they're, you know, sometimes that's the only time I can get green tea matcha.
This
I go
has
to
been.
Starbucks for my kratom.
This has been.
For your cream.
Yeah. This
Starbucks
and my
Kratom blend.
crocodile- My
I
crocodile.
thought you said cranium, which is also a
Kratom.
Starbucks thing. But
Starbucks
it's a
crocodile
game.
kratom.
Yeah.
This has
Crocodile?
Been, this has been
Wait.
Tea Corner.
Wait a second.
I get the
did we just
crocodile.
get into
kratom.
crocodile?
Yeah.
You mentioned crocodile.
Kratom.
Kratom.
Crocodile kratom.
Cranium.
I don't know. Kids don't do crocodile.
There's no one doing crocodile.
Nobody who can understand this podcast is doing crocodile.
What,
No one does crocodile.
Speaking of chips, when I did go home, they did have a thing of salsa no, jambalaya mix.
They had Chips Anonymous.
Excuse me, jambalaya
Jambalaya
chips?
mix in a can that had
Mix.
alligator inside of it. Alligator meat.
Where was this?
Ohio?
Zatarans?
No, but it
You're
sort
in Flavor
that-
Town
that-
now.
This was a step above, or maybe below Zatarans.
Zatarans.
Yeah.
I broke it. I didn't need to.
There
Spice
goes.
it up, boys.
C-47 busted.
Just thought it was weird to see alligator meat.
That is weird. I've had it. You ever had alligator before?
I've eaten it.
Having not lived
Gator
in
tail?
Florida ever, no. I have
good.
not had alligator meat.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes great.
Did you?
Come on, you guys. It comes from an armored reptile that's thousands of years old.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah,
grow
and they've
back.
been killing puppies since, puppies existed.
Yeah, so you're eating the puppy.
Well, that
Yeah.
is actually
Full
true.
circle.
Yeah, you're
I
eating the
didn't
puppy.
realize
Story
that
of life.
when you're eating alligator, you're
You're eating
actually
puppy.
eating puppy.
Meat is murder,
Okay.
but
This
it's
is
still meat.
also fair.
Do you not eat meat?
I eat meat.
I'm
You
actually.
murder?
Do you eat matcha meat?
I know. I don't like that I eat meat, but I eat it.
Okay.
Do we just hit a sore spot in the podcast?
I was hoping I wasn't the only
Okay.
vegetarian in the room, but I guess that's not the case now. So
I'm
You-
a vegetarian sometimes.
You are
Yeah,
the only
I'm a
vegetarian.
partial vegetarian.
Yeah.
I used
I mean,
to
I'm
eat
not
meat
eating
every
meat.
day. I
I'm
don't
not
do it
eating meat
now.
right now.
I'll give it a few.
We
But
can
you-
get tacos.
He's going to get tacos and he's going to
Ooh,
get an al
tacos.
pastor. And
Ooh,
then
al
it's gonna
pastor.
be-
You guys know about al pastor?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a- yeah.
Al actually brought his band here in '98 and then settled down and has been
Damn.
a successful
Yeah,
20
did you
years
know
of
that
taco.
his dad was a famous bass player, Jaco Pastorius.
Jaco Pastorius.
Al Pastorius. Wow.
He changed his
It's
name to make
actually-
it sound more Anglo.
Albert
Yeah.
Pastorius.
Albert Pastorius changed to Al Pastor.
Hal Pastor.
Created our.
There's a silent
loving
J in
taco.
there.
Yeah.
There's Al Pastor down the street from here.
Yes.
Oh,
On
yeah.
a spit.
Yeah.
Pineapple on
Pineapple
top.
on
Yep.
top.
Mhm.
Is it coals or gas-fed
Ooh,
fire?
Probably gassy.
gas.
Probably
Gas.
gassy.
Okay, but is it crispy?
Yes.
Okay, it's crispy. It's good, you know.
This is the closest because we would go out to California a lot, and this was the closest sort of to California style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They make corn. They make the corn tortillas like guisados.
By hand?
Yeah.
Right in front of you.
Yeah.
We know all the same stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. Tacos.
Yeah, I
well,
mean,
especially-
Matcha.
New York, LA, it's pretty much, it's all the people who are listening in between. They're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are they talking about?
Diamond Bar,
Diamond Bar. There's no Jamaican food in New York.
Rancho Cucamonga.
I mean, and not in New York, but in LA.
In LA, yeah.
There's not-
I live in Crown Heights. It's all I get is.
Really?
yeah, he was about to pounce on you with
Yeah, I
the,
was
with
about to
two
be
blood
like,
clots.
What do you mean? We gotta
Oh, my
go.
God.
I would take you right there.
You were about to get two blood clots like
Well,
this.
go on. Don't you know this all the way beef patty, man?
All the way beef patty.
All the way.
We do want to thank you for going all the way to New York from Peekskill for
yeah, it's
Did-
very,
to appear
Well,
on
I'm gonna stay around the city, you know.
You got plans
Get a
today?
taco. Get an Al Pastor taco while you're at it.
I got to do a little bit of work
Mhm.
on the laptop. Probably
Okay.
a place has Wi-Fi.
Oh, this sounds like a coffee shop type of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's like I
You
go to
can
New York.
hang out in Jeremy's living room. He's got Wi-Fi.
air
Yeah,
conditioning,
maybe we could do
Wi-Fi.
that.
It's
You
10.
you never told me you had air
It's
conditioning.
10.2 because the one. Oh, oopsies.
You leave off the one for savings.
Oh,
First, Mike
Yeah.
gives out my home address, and now Danny's giving out my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so if you piece the two together, you can hang out outside Jeremy's apartment.
265 Bleecker Street, apartment J7.
No, that's where Doctor Strange lived.
Dr.
in
Strange.
The comics.
Oh, wow.
Doctor Strange, I am having trouble with this.
How about Benedict Cumberbatch
rescuing
foiling a
rescuing the
robbery
biker. Yeah, good for
on
that guy.
the street where
did?
Sherlock lives?
Are you serious?
Guys,
Who was this?
This is like the best.
Sherlock's of London.
This is I got that.
Sherlock's of London. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying that
He foiled a robbery.
I
and a
think
mugging.
I think it's really good marketing.
Because that guy needs more press.
I mean,
Yeah.
Because that guy needs more press.
oh, he's Doctor Strange, he's Sherlock.
He's saving people,
He's saving
he's
people
fixing
on
things.
Sherlock's block.
Being a dick in a batch.
Hey, it's my dick in a batch.
We got a batch of dicks out here.
Saving people right and left.
I'm sorry. I'm looking for a peak scale to train to. Hey, we got a fucking dick batcher here.
Oh yeah, you're on the dick train. Oh yeah.
Hey, you think this is the fucking dick train, boy?
You hear that joke? You like that one?
Hey, no, seriously though, big fan of your movies, big fan, big fan of the mocap work for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I love you when the with all the ping pong balls all over you with the suit.
Can you do that thing that Doctor Strange does with his hands? Can you do that for me?
Do it.
Jeremy, you got to have some
Yeah, what
some closing statements here about Ohio.
I know about Ohio.
Yeah, you got to have some conclusions.
No,
I just say keep eating chips. If you're eating them, you might as well keep eating them.
God, Jeremy, we're gonna help you through this. I
No,
promise.
chips are great, man.
I think if this was really an intervention, this is probably the worst
It's a
intervention.
chip.
It's not an intervention because the whole thing came up when Mike went out and started eating my chips. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to throw you under the bus, but that's how this whole thing started.
Dude, I'm taking bullets for you.
You wanted to eat
just
chips.
saying.
I'm
Now
taking
you're-
potato bullets for you.
Johnny, you get free chips on the way out.
Okay.
I
But
would
before
take
you
a
go,
potato for you.
okay.
Sorry. Was that Take a Grenade for You? Who is that? Who sings that
I
song?
don't even know.
That's
Ricky Martin?
John Coltrane.
No, it's
It's Don Cherry.
Take a grenade.
Susan Boyle.
Oh, gosh.
Take a grenade for
She
you.
is the most beautiful
That's it.
Yeah,
voice.
whatever.
She does.
Who?
Susan Boyle.
I'd even
Oh,
eat
yeah.
a baked Lay's.
Do you know why
for
her
you.
voice is so good? Because you look at her and you're like, oh my God, this woman isn't attractive.
Oh, my God.
And then she sings like, oh my God, how does such an attractive voice come out of someone who's so incredibly unattractive?
Unpopular but accurate opinions from
That's not unpopular. That's
Johnny.
basically
That's
the whole marketing message.
I would agree.
unpolite but popular and accurate.
It's the message,
No,
though, right? Isn't that
no,
the whole
it's
message?
the message.
The whole thing
Yeah,
is like,
absolutely.
oh my God, we found a gem. What is it? What's her whole thing? Get this. She's unattractive, but she can sing.
And she's old.
She's old. She's an old, unattractive bag of a human. But when she opens
But
up
listen
that
to her
bag,
sing.
it's like a freaking rainbow of beauty.
An angel. What am I drinking?
I mean, that's how you
Dragon
polish.
Whispers.
You polish a piece of shit. You know, you can sell it as something nice.
Wow. Welcome to the Danny and Mike podcast. This has been
I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying it's the old telltale advertising.
If it's not popular, I'm gonna. You know what? So sue me. I like Diet Coke.
Oh,
It sells.
is this also the second half of
conductor.
the
This is still the conductor.
Yeah, it's the union guy drinking like a 72 ounce Monster
72
energy
inch.
drink screw cap at 5 a.m. with a cigar.
A screw cap. Oh,
an
Screw
e-cigarette.
cap Monster,
That's
5 a.m.
A handle of Monster
Yeah.
Energy.
Screw cap monster.
You know what I'm
is
talking about? Those kind?
Yes.
Screw
yes.
cap Monster.
It's got a handle.
You are in the union, baby.
want-
Transpo captain.
I watched some web video of some a concerned mother, and she was going through all the steps of the Monster logo, saying how it's devil worship or devil related. Like there's 3 of the M. The M is in 3 parts.
There's
Multiply that
3.
times 2. It's 6. Oh my God, 3 of those. That's 666.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll break that down after we're done here.
Wow.
But
It's funny how numerology is for people who are insane.
have a lot to do. Yeah, they have a lot of time on their hands. Yeah.
Like if you need I want to make myself more interesting and crazy, just get into numerology.
Yeah. 100%.
Just start playing Lotto.
Well, look.
Well, it's
I
the
don't
same
wanna,
thing.
I don't want to make anybody, feel like they're getting more into numerology. But here's a thing.
Uh-oh.
My birthday is 2882, so I have power numbers of 10.
Power numbers.
It's because your power number is 10 because that's 8 and 2. That's in numerology.
Okay, I just took out an
Also-
auto loan in your name.
All right, that's fine too. Shit.
Your interest rate is also
gone up.
10.
Yeah.
Are you scared of that kind of stuff? Like hacking with personal information? Have you ever had your identity stolen?
Well, it turns out
No.
people don't recognize me, but they do recognize Danny, so I'm not worried about getting
Wow.
hacked.
No, I don't.
Other than
Never-
these guys sharing my personal.
Yeah, what is somebody going to get my capital loss carryover? Stop taking my negative $3,000 a year.
Well, Johnny.
You got some plugs for us?
Yeah, we're nearing the end here.
I should have brought you guys a tape.
Tell us about the Pembertones and your a cappella group.
Johnny the Pembertones is playing at the Bleecker Street Bar tomorrow night at the Houseboat Convention.
Great.
Oh, nice.
You can also go to Union Hall on Friday. What's today? Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the 6th, 7th, 8th, 8th.
Friday the 8th.
Friday the 8th, Union Hall.
Yes.
Comedy. Live.
Live.
You pay, you get to see. You pay the money, you get in, you get to see it.
You know, we used to do that at Union Halls too.
Yeah.
You come in, you pay, you see
It's
the
nice.
show.
You pay, you see. You don't like what you see?
You leave.
You already paid.
Yeah, too late.
No refunds, honey. Sorry, sweetheart, no refunds. Listen, honey, baby, sweet honey. No refunds.
Searing honesty from Johnny.
Listen, you sing like an angel, but you look like a beast.
sweetheart.
No refunds.
Sweetheart, yeah, beast, okay? But
Also, Action Point, right?
That's out in theaters right now.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
You can see that. You can get my album. It's on iTunes and Spotify. It's not a comedy album. It's a prank phone call album.
Okay.
It's called Recorded for Quality Assurance. I would have brought you guys a cassette. I didn't think about it. I don't know if you can play a cassette.
Yeah,
a cassette.
Jeremy's
I can play cassettes.
Okay.
Jeremy's got a
Well,
cassette
I'll send you guys one for real.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
it's on cassette.
Jeremy's address is
Okay.
672 Houseboat Lane,
Yeah.
Blaker Street, New
Platform
York.
C.
Rivertown. Rivertown.
Cumberbatch.
Just listen for a woman singing. When you see her face, you'll know you're there.
Turn around and I'll be there.
Wow.
I like this because it's so bad, but it's not bad. You know what I mean? It's like,
But that's where we live. That's what we live in, right? That whole thing of yes,
Of
yes.
badness.
Well, it's like it's polishing a
Yeah.
stone to
A shit
make it.
turd.
Yeah.
well, it's having a marketing angle, right?
Yeah.
There's like a thing now I just heard about. My friend told me that in England now they're taking online trolling very seriously, and you can be arrested for trolling someone, and it's considered to be
Harassment?
no. There's some guy. I just learned about this today. Some guy. It's really stupid, and it is offensive, but it also is just a thing you can do. He taught his girlfriend's pug to do like a Nazi salute when he said some sort of I can't think what it was. It was something like
Then he got fined.
Okay, it's kind of funny like that. There's that guy who got in trouble for drawing a penis in Christmas lights on his house, and he wouldn't take it down.
yeah.
And
That's weird.
And what's
The
weird
cops
is that
came in and they actually were like, "No, you're getting arrested now."
they
because
cut
we
his
told
electricity.
you a million times to get rid of it." And he's
Wow.
like, "It's just a joke. I'm just messing around." Like,
They cut his
who fucking
electricity
cares?
and his family froze to death.
That's not what happened. No,
That's what happened.
No, they literally arrested him and put him in the.
That can't happen here, though, can it?
I don't. Not yet.
we
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Let's
find out. You
We're
want
on
some
our
Christmas
way.
lights?
Well, because I have this video I made like last year. I do a character of John Benet Ramsey back from the dead, and she's like come back to life, and she's obsessed with Diet Coke, and she's like the whole joke is that she has come back to be Satan reanimated her to be Trump's bride.
Okay.
It's like
This is accurate.
It's totally absurd. It's super distasteful, but it's also like I feel like it's not
where we are right now.
It is, but it's also to me it's not as distasteful as all the documentaries that have been made harassing the family, making them seem guilty when they've been exonerated 10 times over for 20 years. But there's always people who comment on it saying like, "How dare you? This is disgusting." I'm always like, "How did you find this video, asshole?" Because you were fucking
Because you were
searching for
searching
John
it.
Benet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're looking for tragedy porn and you found something
You caught him.
you didn't want to see, and you're making me be out to be I'm the bad guy.
Tragedy.
You're the voyeur.
Right.
Tragedy porn. That's
All I'm
right.
saying
I'm just
is,
the content provider.
am I going to get arrested for that?
No,
Not yet.
our legal team's
Not
all
yet.
over. It's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, Yeah. Look, if Starburns Audio doesn't, have a good legal team, Danny and Mike, we got a pretty good one.
You guys got a good one?
No, we do.
Because we
do
have
not.
brands.
We
brands
spent
that we
all
hate.
our money on the Marble lobby. Okay, all my money is in Marble.
It's
out there in the
beautiful. I
lobby.
love it. But Marvel might take issue to that because it sounds similar. And that's a trademark infringement.
It's
Yep.
close enough.
It's true.
When I say it quickly, they
Right.
do.
Well, and he spells marble with an EL, so it's
Marble.
really close.
Marbell.
Yeah.
There you go. Or Arbel.
Marbell. Is this a Marble lobby? Actually, it's
Marbell.
It's a lot better. It's Marbell. It's cheaper.
You want to meet my interior decorator, Yason. That's it. I'm done, folks. This has been Michael C. Morona.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much
thank
for
you so
hanging
much,
out.
Johnny.
And
Thanks, guys.
for popping over to the East Coast.
I'm happy to be here. I came just for this.
This was a treat. We were lucky. This was awesome. Thank
I'm
you.
lucky.
Yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Bless.
Job bless.
Job bless.
Job
Ya
bless.
ya rule.
Ja rule.
Job praise.
Ja rule. The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by me, Jeremy Baylor. This podcast is part of the Last Podcast Network, which can be found at lastpodcastnetwork.com. Make sure to check that out for a ton of great shows. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the N spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.